Hello everybody! This is a Mango video featuring Titanshift. This is a deck I haven't played in many months. I remember this deck was very popular when Yorion Omnath was good. Of course, they banned Yorion, so Omnath was never good, but it might be good now with Respect the Cat winning LMS Prague. I'm not sure how much this deck is good against creativity, probably not too much, although you might be running faster than them. This deck has Wish, which is a very cool card in this deck because it lets you find. It's like a car, and it lets you find a toolbox for. It lets you find a toolbox for the things your opponent might play. For example, if they have a Bloodman in play, you can go Wish, Nitrous Claim, or if they're playing Urza Sai, you can go Wish, Alpine Moon, and all this sort of things. But you also have a sideboard, a Force, Veil, and Chalice of the Void. Yeah, the deck has 28 lands. Your combo is with Scapeshift, Dryad. If you don't know exactly how this deck works, I will show it to you in this video because I am an expert Valakut player. I've been playing the Valakut strategies since it was in Extended. Usually this list has 1 million mountains, so it will never be a problem. But some other times, if you don't have that many mountains in your deck, it could be tricky. But it's not this one. This one should never be a problem to find enough lands. Is it you or this deck folds to Elishnorn? Oh wow, it does! Oh. This deck list made first in Swiss in the event in Oakland, the 400 people event in Oakland. I guess there isn't a 1-mana card that kills Elishnorn. Chain to the Rocks. Can I pay white mana? No, actually, Chain to the Rocks doesn't even work. Path to Exile. I don't know why I said Chain to the Rocks. Well, we might splash white for Path to Exile in the side. I don't know, whatever. We're not gonna play against Elishnorn, don't worry. Cubit Turtle, this is the trophy, one of the trophy leaders. Our man's great. My hand's great, can't lose. Land go. Oh, Insane Goon. Yeah, we played. That was my last match with Rhinos. I had to finish that league. Now we are into a new strategy. Ooh, that's true. Dryad Elysian Grove can let you cast Path to Exile. Who was the trophy leader? I believe QB Turtle was. No? I guess I was wrong. Call me and Magic Tonga. QB Turtle maybe was the trophy leader in Legacy? Ooh, Ragaban. Huh. Well, this is a good friend of Ragaban, Sakura-Tribe Elder. What do you do? Removal spell on this? We're gonna block, put the damage on the stack, and then sacrifice Sakura-Tribe Elder. That's a joke, for those of you that know. They removed damage on the stack in 2011, I believe. So that will not happen. We cannot get a 2-for-1 with our Sakura-Tribe Elder. That was a thing of the past. For the new players, back in the days, you could have blocked, put the damage on the stack, and then after the creature would have dealt themselves damage, you could sacrifice the Mog Fanatic, the Sakura-Tribe Elder, or whatever, to do its ability. So that would have been a 2-for-1, in fact. You'd be turtle deep in the tank there. They're thinking, what am I supposed to do? I think I'm blocking and sacrificing. I think the land here is more important than killing Ragaban. I have to think about my plan. I don't have to think about your Ragaban, especially since I have Bolt in my hand. I drew both mount. Wow, look at my force I drew. That's weird. Grief. Undying Malice. I'll go Wrenn and Six. I'll ping Ragaban. And I'll play another land. Go. And Titanshift, or Valakut strategies in general, go in top deck mode very often. You play your lands, and then you just wait to draw a Titan, a Wish, or a Scapeshift. It might not the greatest strategy, but it is the strategies we're playing, so yeah, here we are. We even have Boseiju in case they go Blood Moon. Very surprised by this play. They could have just dashed Ragavan on Wrenn, attack me, and hold Bolt. Okay. In order to win, you need 7 lands. My opponent is on 20, so in this case, I need 8. If you don't know how this works, please don't try to be right. If I get 1 Valakut and 5 Mountain, I deal 0 damage. Because Valakut says other. I continuously get asked that message whenever I play a Valakut strategy. Okay, I think the best chance here is to Scapeshift them for 18. And then any land I draw or card that give me a mountain will be lethal. Whereas this way, if I hold, they might just draw Grief or a Thoughtseize, and then I don't have anything. So I get 1 Valakut and I get 7 mountains. Kill the creatures I don't think is right, because they have Feign Death. So if they scam one of their creatures, not only I don't kill them if I top deck a mountain, I also just, yeah. Okay, I have Dwarven Mine, but remember, Dwarven Mine makes a token only if it comes into play untapped. So if you get it from Scapeshift, you look like a fool. You can only do it in paper. In paper, you can make a dwarf, yes. But on Magic Online, unfortunately, the Dwarven Mine will come into play tapped. Allora, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 e 7. Hey, I don't want to pay life, no. So I have 6 instances of Valakut. And attack you for, sorry, not attack you, but bolt you for 18. Now, I'm in top deck mode, and I'm happy to be. Again, this is what this deck often does. Even Lightning Bolt is lethal. I take 6 down to 4. Draw. The exiled Lightning Bolt. Okay, thankfully it's not lethal on me. Ah, I lost. GG. Okay. Next draw. Ah. Next draw. Ah. Next draw. Okay, this would have been a brick. That one would have also been a brick, yeah. Buongiorno, canister. No worth to kill creatures. As I said, if they had the scam card, it would have been bad. I need one more to farm Modern Prelim. Yeah, if anyone in the chat wants to play a Modern Prelim, you are welcome. Okay, so I'm playing a scam. I want Devil Summer. Actually, you know what? This deck list is very similar to... I once made a deck guide about... this strategy. It was a long time ago, but honestly, the decklist didn't really evolve. So let me check my cyber guide. It was from, wow, it was from June 2022. But the decklist basically stayed the same. Yeah, there's no new card since then, so I probably can check out the cyber guide. Yeah, because this was after Will Kruger won Mox. There were a lot of Omnat decks. Still, there was Yorion there. I guess Scam wasn't a deck at the time. Yeah, Scam wasn't a deck last year. That's crazy to think. Vabbè, allora, so I have 3 Veil of Summer for sure. They have Blood Moon, but I think I'd rather hold Naturous Claim in my sideboard. Or the Wish. Is Search the worst card of the deck? What's the worst card of the deck? Maybe Search and Dryad. Buenos dias, Daniel. Let's go. On the play. Yeah, it's a keep. Say my name. My opponent was an expert player there. They took 0 damage from their lands. After, I guess, obviously sometimes they can't do it, but some other times they could, and that definitely won them the game. Buongiorno, Ludo. A Wish can get your Valakut as well. That's a very important play, I would say. Underrated important play. Let's see if they have the... Oh, they scamming me. Wow. Alright, I got no cards. How did we not do drop Wrenn off the top? Well, if we had drawn Wrenn off the top, it would have been a Thoughts's bug. But I didn't draw it, so it's not a Thoughts's bug. The Thoughts's bug only happens when you draw the same card. I don't know if you follow me. If you don't draw the same card, it's fine. That's how it should work. But if it happens, then it's a bug. Okay, my opponent is thinking deeply about when to reanimate the grief. Okay. Alright, shall we hold 3 mountains? Dai, basta, fermati. Stop. Stop. I guess I should have taken the forest, because they can go Blood Moon. Yeah. Pure e la Madonna. Maybe I should have hold the fetch and to fetch up a Dwarven Mine. I didn't even think about it. The scam. Definitely the deck that Magic players hate the most to play against. A comparison mill make you look like you're playing against a friend of yours. On top of that, the opponent is probably multi-queuing the prelim, so they have random stops in upkeep. I prefer to concede to this opponent. My time, in fact, is valuable, so let's continue and find a new opponent. Let's go. Round number 2 on the draw. The deck you hate the most is Yawgmoth? Interesting. Ooh, Burn. How's the matchup against Burn? Well, probably bad since I'm on the draw against the Goblin Guide. At least they will always give me a land. Which, no, actually. Oh, they gave me a Lightning Bolt, though. So it's probably more valuable than the land. Yeah, actually happier I got both. Then a land, since I would have gone a discard. Yeah, both will save me so much life. Because, like, on the draw against the Goblin Guide, if you can't kill it, you just never win. 0% chance you beat a Goblin Guide. No, vabbè, chat. Play with fire in upkeep in modern. Follia. And describe to the bottom. They don't land. No, vabbè, porca merda, culo rotto, che cazzo. Ok, Sage Mango. Cos'è questo? Va bene. 13. You have 3 cards in hand. Dai. Am I going to try to cover coffers deck at all? Insane Goon, I don't know why all these messages today, but I made it a video with this deck last week, so you can check it out. Please do. Please follow my content. I make 1 video out every day. I know it's difficult. but it's up there. And I believe it was a good deck. I mean, I went 4-1. Spoiler alert. I'll play Forest so that my Dwarven Mine will not make a token. Whoa, Dryad, very good. Mark Heron for the 9th month. Mango, decide for me. What do you play in the upcoming Modern Tournament? Murktide, Rag, Scapeshift, or G-Tron? Well, I would never suggest you to play G-Tron. I think it's not that bad, but personally, that suggestion cannot come from me. Scapeshift, Rag Scapeshift is an underrated deck for sure. But for me, I would always play Murktide. It's a deck that I have no... I go into any matchup thinking I'm fine. And yeah, no other decks give me the same feeling in Modern. And saying good for the 6th month. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. And again, good game for the previous match. Can Wish gain me some life? I guess I can go Wish, Natural Stem, the Dryad Arbor, the Dryad Elysian Grove. Unlikely to happen though. I could only Wish. Ready to sing a song. Nah, I'm just doing Dryad here. Can go Dwarven Mine, make a token. Mountain. Explore. Valakut shoot you for 6. And then next turn I can win. Although next turn, there might not be a next turn. Next turn, there might not be a next turn. Fortunately, losing the die roll and facing a Goblin Guy, that's usually not the recipe for a win. Any tech you could play Murktide for Color Elemental, Bloodman main deck. I played against one for Color Elemental only in Prague, I won. I played against Blue Eye Control, which is basically for color, with late end binding and such, I won. Yeah, I think my list is good. You have 2 Spyro, very good in that matchup, and of course Bloodman. My guide is on the website. I'm free. Okay. Wow, they shoot Dryad? Okay, looks like we're surviving. What my opponent hand must be there? They must not have a 1-mana 3 damage bolt. They will land Searing Blaze? No, not even land. They just have Searing Blaze. Lightning Helix? Kiss Keyful. Alright, let's draw a land and GG. Actually, no, I don't have double green. It needs to be a forest. Search for tomorrow. Um, mm, mm, mm. Oh Lord, I have to keep the wish for the win next turn. So let's just go Wrenn and Six. Return the Arid Mesa. Play it and pass. Oh, actually, I can get Cinder Glade. Is it worth it to get Cinder Glade? Because I can get Cinder Glade, that's a Taiga, and then I can cast Surge. But if I do that, I fetch down to 8. Is there a world where it matters? I don't think so. I think I'm just passing. Next turn I'll win safe. Nah, maybe I should fetch anyway because I need to get double green. Yeah, I guess it's worth it. I need to get double green. Like, what's the only out is if I draw exactly Forest or Boseiju. So I think might as well cast this. Your turn. Say my name. We're 8. They have 3 cards in hand. With 2 lands, it's impossible to kill me. With 3, it is possible to kill me. Actually, it isn't. It is not possible to kill me. They have 3 cards in hand. They can't have land, bolt, bolt, bolt. Plus, given how they played last turn, they just... I don't think they can have this. Okay. Say my name. Wish, and cast the Scapeshift. I'll sacrifice this 6 land, and I'll get 6 mountains, and I'll shoot you for so much that I don't even want to count. Quattro e 2, 6. Ok, you always need to get 6 mountains, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 e 6. If you want to check the Dwarven Mine thing, Dwarven Mine came into play tap now, so it's not going to make a token. In case you wanted a real proof. Hey, boom! Now you have to click and hope the opponent concedes. Maybe they think... Maybe they think I click on myself some amount of time. Could happen. The burn player always try to maximize their time spent on a match. It wouldn't be a burn player otherwise. Okay. They're thinking a response. Maybe Lightning Needles can save them. You don't play Eidolon anymore. In burn, you can do anything you want. I prefer Eidolon, yes. Okay. Sideboard against burn. Side burn. Let me check out my old article. What do I say? Oh yeah, Wrenn and Six sucks. That's true. Ooh, this sideboard doesn't play Flameslash. I used to play Flameslash. What happens if they play a Magus of the Moon? You just die? I guess so. Guess you just die if they play Magus of the Moon. Do I want to bring in something? I don't know, do I? Chalice of the Void? I don't think it's good at all. I'd rather keep Wrenn, I guess. Lands and Spells, that's a keep. Red is very good in this deck, because not only ramps you up for the Scapeshift, but also makes your Dwarven Mine and Valakut work easily. Do you think a deck like Scam is healthy for a format? I never understood the meaning of healthy for a format. A format is healthy when it's diverse, when there's not clearly a best deck, and when, yeah, just exactly modern. So yeah, a deck like Scam is healthy for a format. Because Scam is it's not a best deck or anything. So any deck is good for me, yes. You could say a deck like Neobrand, it's unhealthy for the format. Maybe that's something you can say. It's a high variance deck that sometimes wins against on turn 1 and sometimes doesn't do anything. Like, Scam is really whatever. Fine. It's a fine deck. It's not very fun to play against, but it is the nature of some decks. Do you enjoy playing as Dredge more? Okay, so let's see what this Goblin guy get me now. Stomping Ground. Okay, I'll bolt it. How do you think the matchup against Murktide versus Creativity? It's close for sure, but I would say I'm favorite. I've tested a lot the matchup from the Murktide side, and I would say the overall Murktide is favorite with my list. But like we're talking about so slightly that it doesn't even perceive. You don't even perceive it. Okay. I'll go for Explore, and I don't want to take any damage for Search. So I'll just play top land and pass. Taking 2 damage for Search, for me right now, is just helping my opponent more than it helps my plan. Are there any mom cards I'm expected to see modern? We talked about it on the podcast, the Competitive Magic with the Carnies podcast. We talk about Mother of the Machine. Wow, light up the stage. Land Lava Spike, okay. Yeah, I mean, there's for sure some small cards getting into modern, but it doesn't seem like anything strong. I was expecting some of the battles to be good, but I don't think the battles are good. Maybe for standard. Ooh, my opponent passes with 2 mana up. Interesting. I'll go Dryad, and I'll go top land, a top land. I had to play Dwarven Mine, Stomping Ground first. The reason being that this one doesn't go on the stop, whereas this one does. If I play Dwarven Mine first and they like wear tear my Dryad, I couldn't play Stomping Ground. This is important. If your card creates an ATB, you can't play it together with another land without giving priority. Okay, light up the stage, flips 2 lands. And now I would like to draw a land for my Titan. But like, let's say I shocked myself a few turns ago, I would have been a 6, I could have died. Whereas now I'm at 5, so I have a top deck to draw land. I don't even think it's lethal though if I draw land. I think I drew a land. So let's see. If I go for double Valakut, how much damage is that? 12. So it's not lethal. 12, I only have 15. I think I have to just Naturous Claim my own Dryad. That's my play right now. Yeah. Allora, facciamo Wooded Foothills. Let's tap this for mana. Actually, let me attack first. With both? I guess the dwarf might stay back. Nah, it's okay. I can fetch a new one if needed. Although I hope I don't have to fetch. So I'm going for Wish for Naturous Claim on the Dryad. Hello, Izabushi. Naturous Claim on the Dryad. And that will give me 4 very important life, and this is why we play Naturous Claim over Natural State. Then I play the Sakura, and both this and that will get me the Titan. Sorry, will get me the mountain that I need to win. Yeah, I've lethal next turn. As long as my opponent doesn't kill me now, which they could, have 2 cards and drawing a third one. I will win next turn for sure. I think mathematic, that's a wrong approach to new cards. If you always expect new cards to be bad, I don't think that's the appeal of Magic. The appeal of Magic is that they print good cards that you can play, and that's exciting. If you want all the cards to be medium so that you can ignore them, then I don't think Magic is what you're looking for. Like, sure, you don't want every card to break the format, but also just having some of them being playable, it's cool. Allora, 2, 3, 5. So I need a mountain here, because that's the 5th mountain. Hmm. First, I want to attack. So you put it to 12. And then I'll go Titan, get 2 Valakut, and then I have Wooded Foothills and Sakura-Tribe Elder to kill my opponent. You disappointed the March of the Machine didn't come out in March. That's a thing to be disappointed about. So I have a lethal now, but there's no need to move. I'll pass. Because we have lethal, so we don't need to play anything. We can respawn to my opponent burn spell. No, Gimlick's no chance. Okay, so they're casting a card, and now we're gonna kill them. So first, Mountain from Sakura, 6 damage to you. Yes. Yes. And then Wooded Foothills, 6 damage to you. Yeah, the sequencing here was very important. Because I could have had Deflecting Palm, for example. I think you can't prevent one instance of Valakut. Because if they don't move, I have just attack next turn on the Titan. Their hand was Deflecting Palm indeed. Alright, GG. There's construction outside. Can you hear it, or does my microphone do a very good job at filtering out the noise? First round, we lost to Arachne Scam 2-0. Game 1 was very close, Game 2 was not close. Opinion on this deck. This deck used to struggle against Murktide, with Murktide maybe being less popular than it used to be. I can see this deck being good again. You can hear the siren. Yeah. It's when the machine thing goes back, it always does the siren thing. Strange, because this microphone should hold the noise. This microphone filters. Hmm. Are the microphone filters up? Let me check. Yeah, should be out. Anyway, on the draw against Thrust 5-4. But we don't have that many lands, but the deck plays 28. 28 lands is very many. Is it best rent instead of buying if you're on the budget? Well, it depends, right? Renting is losing money always. Buying is you use money once and you play your cards. Like, I don't know. I've never rent, but that's just because I have money to spend in Magic. If you don't, you rent. I don't know. I can't make financial decisions for you. Planes foil from Theros. That's an interesting choice. And Esper Sentinel. Okay. Okay. Like if I knew I had an untapped land, I would have definitely played with a Foothill Surge. As it is, I think I'm better off in just playing this and hoping I draw, so that if I don't draw an untapped land, I can still go Sakura. Winner loves Theros basics. Hmm. Hmm. They have 2 cards in hand only, and I don't really want to play a spell right now, so I just play a creature instead. Hopefully I draw lands though. Dai però, porca, I play 28 lands in this deck. Forza! So Sakura and pass. What did I play in Prague? You can check me on every social media platform. I posted everything there. I played Blue Red Murktide with Bloodman main deck. No! The hammer is coming! I'm so dead. I'm so dead. This, I have blocked one of theirs. No chance I win. Because Wish can't even flashback Force of Vigor. Just I don't wanna waste time. My opponent doesn't seem to be the fastest. So let's just go to game number 2. I don't wanna waste anybody's time. Certainly not mine. Alright, so let's take in the Force of Vigors. What's bad in the matchup? Let me check my old guide again. The deck list is basically the same. No changes I did back in the days. I guess I didn't have Force of Vigor in the sideboard. Yeah, I did not have Force of Vigor in the sideboard. Now, obviously, we need to make some changes. I guess we can trim on expensive cards. Like Titan. And, like Titan and what? Search? Yeah, Search is usually always medium in this deck. Okay. Well, this is a keep. I don't have green lands, unfortunately, but I have plenty of interaction and I have Force of Vigor. You want a Needle for Stoneforge? Needle Stoneforge does exactly nothing. Nox, listen to me. Don't play Pithing Needle. Don't. Pithing Needle is there for like Yugmoth, Charbelcher, maybe Urza Saga, but I don't believe so. Certainly not for Stoneforge. Remember, these cards are card disadvantage. Extremely hard to bring in because you're going to do card disadvantage every time you cast them. And in Constructed, you can't afford to do that unless your deck really folds to a certain card, like Stone Brain, for example. You play Stone Brain because of that in certain decks, but overall, you never want to do such play. Whenever you pay 1 mana and you play Pithing Needle, you are behind in the game. So in order to do that, you need to really stop what's your opponent doing. And this is not the case in this matchup. I mean, maybe if you ever is a Saga, then you can. But this Pithing Needle on the sideboard is because of Wish. It's hard to understand, to grasp the concept of card advantage and card disadvantage. And especially... Okay. This is an artifact, so I think I'm gonna wait. Ooh, very good draw, Mango. Bravo. Bene, 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 bene. Let's just go Sakura now. Obviously, my hand was a little bit sketchy, but now it's blossoming. As I got my green mana going, and I can cast anything I draw. Okay. Looks like they don't have a land here. Do I want to sacrifice? Nah, let's leave the Sakura there. Let's leave the Sakura there. I'll sacrifice next turn. I didn't want to cast this Explorer. Ooh, Paradise Mantle. I might want to... Colossus Armor. I think I'm just going to Lightning Bolt this now. I did not expect all these things to happen at my end step, to be honest. Against a tapped out opponent. Alright, you go. They have 2 cards in it only. I don't know what's happening, but it's okay. Without Blacksmith skill up? Well, if they don't have Blacksmith skill in it, what can they do? Just never cast anything? It's part of the Armor Time game plan. Sometimes you just jam. And I mean, I'm not saying my opponent played well. Just saying that sometimes it happens. You You play your cards. I was supposed to sack the Sakura-Tribe Elder. I didn't do it, but yeah, I should have. But it's okay. I don't think now I can lose the game. Like my hand is just way too good to lose this game. I still decide to not play Explorer. I don't really think it matters. Okay. I'll simply just Arcast Force of Vigor next turn. I don't even think I need to crack the Sakura, right? Yeah, I'll just untap because I have the forest from the search. Keep on attacking with the Sakura so that I put him on 18. Putting him on 18 is relevant. Dwarven Mine. Huh. I guess now I can suck this for Mountain and then cast Dwarven Mine because they're also there on 18. So yeah, let's do it. So I get a dwarf. This is called the Red-Green Titanshift. Okay, my opponent's upkeep. Okay, they're doing something end of turn. What is it? Nothing. Oh, okay. My opponent's upkeep, I'll Force of Vigor on Saga and Colossus Hammer. Okay, so they have Blacksmith skill on the Saga. In order for them to not make a token, I think I'd rather go Force of Vigor here and on the Sigarda's Aid. And this is why I did it in their turn, by the way. I don't, actually, it doesn't matter. Could be my turn at the same. I guess no. Now they have a top lanes. Force of Vigor still has one viable target, so it resolves. Oh wow, another Saga. Okay. Hmm. I might actually lose this game now. Because they get to make two constructs that are gonna be 5/5s. And yeah, they can get I don't know, Hammer, Shadow Spear too. Alright, 3 damage to you. I guess I will Lightning Bolt the construct. Maybe I should attack first, but I don't think they would have made a token unblocked in the face of a Valakut. Now they might. I doubt it though. Yeah, I can block. I can bolt the first construct. I'm just saying that this Urza Saga was potentially 2/5/5s and a Shadow Spear. So imagine one card making that much value. Now I'm in Elbent. I did all my things. I only had reactive cards this game. I set it out 2 Primeval Titan for 2 Force of Vigor. So as you can see now, we are lacking a win condition in exchange of Force of Vigors. Okay. I have Shadow Spear. Obviously, I have a lot of draws that win the game immediately. Valakut is a great draw too, because I can kill the construct with it. Wrenn and Six. Well, this is also a good draw. Because I can go Wrenn and Six, return Arid Mesa, shoot the construct, fetch, and shoot it again. Because even the fetch only is a mounting. Maybe Explorer is worse than maybe Explorer is worse than Search just because of the Esper Sentinel. Yeah. Maybe I'm bringing in one of these because of Wish, I can just naturally claim the Saga if I want to. And same thing with explosives. Yeah. I just keep naturally claiming my Cyber for Wish. I don't have any Cyber cards, so I can easily get overrun, but I'm also keeping this hand because I have lands and spells. Rising Canopy. And then Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, they shouldn't have Sigarda's 8, or they would have played it on turn 1, so I'm assuming they have Pure Steel Paladin here. But I need an artifact to equip. Here I'll go Wrenn, pick up the land and pass. Wrenn does nothing right now. They're activating the Stoneforge. They have a Cadre complete. This is indestructible. Very strong against Force of Vigor. But that's okay, I can certainly beat this draw. These are the less harmful draws against the combo deck. Yeah, you nailed it. There it is, Force of Vigor. It's not even good right now, but it will be good later. So for now, I'm just fetching up a mountain. I'll return the Wooded Foothills. I'll play Dryad, and I'll replay the Wooded Foothills, which can already grab me a Dwarven Mine, because I have 3 mountains in play according to Dryad. And I'm also speed running to the Valakut and Wish. Dryad is excellent in this deck. It's both a payoff and a mana ramp. It does it all. My opponent plays Esper Sentinel first. That's okay. The Progressing Germ has in this as trample, so I'm just gonna let it through again. Again, it has indestructible, so Force of Vigor doesn't kill it. I think I need to kill these Wish for a combo Scapeshift, so I'll just untap here. Especially since I don't have an answer to this card anyway. I want to fetch it down to 7? Sure, let's fetch it down to 7 and get the Dwarven Mine. Which comes into play on tap because I have 3 other mountains according to Dryad. Draw. Relampago. I can go land, and Valakut shoots on the Esper Sentinel, yes. And I can shoot again with Wooded Foothills. But for now, I'm just passing. We can combo this turn. You need a 7. Oh, I had it? If I wished for Valakut? Do you think I had it? No, I don't think so. If I wish for Valakut, I cast Valakut, that's 6 damage on you, fetch, that's 12 damage. I think I only had 12 damage. Maybe if I didn't fetch last turn, I had it, though. Yeah, if I didn't fetch end of turn, I didn't think about it. I did not think about it. How did I didn't think about it? So it was obvious. If I didn't fetch last turn, I had it. Okay. I think I still win, so it's okay. Do I die to something? Maybe blacksmith skill? Hmm. So blacksmith skill makes that into a 2 7/7. So if I block with a dwarf, it's safe. Wait a second, what does blacksmith skill does? I don't think it gives the card +2/+2, right? Target permanent gains X-proof and indestructible until end of turn. If it's an artifact creature, gains +2/+2. Okay, so I don't die to anything here. Yeah, I'll just block with a dwarf. Take 4 down to 3. Okay. I guess I'm casting this Force of Vigor because I have nothing to do. You also want to fetch? Sure, why not? And I'll shoot the Stoneforge with a Dwarven Mine. Do I also want to bolt you? Sure, why not? Honestly, don't know what I can have. Um, Manatite? Doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe it's just Manatite. Silence, you think? Okay, that's a good one. So, in order to play again around Silence, I just wish for Valakut, I guess. That's the best way to play around Silence, right? Because Valakut deals 6, then Mountain deals 6, and then attack. I guess I can attack first. Sorry. You don't think they play Silence? Sure, they probably don't, but you know, I think this game is unlosable, so might as well play around everything possible. Valakut, take 6. Okay. I guess I died to Path to Exile now, but I'm assuming they would have played it before. Oh wow. My, I can't believe I actually lost. I lost. Let's begin with Not a big fan of going forest with this deck. Taking the damage might matter in an unknown matchup. Yeah, we could have got Scapeshift. For sure. Just landscape shift. But I was playing around silence. That's why I played the way I played. Okay, Wrenn and Six. I think I prefer resolving Wrenn and Six than explore. I can just explore next turn. Because next turn I don't get to cast Titan anyway. Ooh. Looks like that's creativity with Spell Pierce. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, there were 15 already. Draw. Valakut. Okay. So explore, draw, Scapeshift. Okay. Let's play a couple of lands and pass. Cinder Glade is a mountain, so it counts as a mountain for Valakut. Mm. Okay. I'll go for another mountain, and I'll go for Primeval Titan. Actually, I can go for a Dwarven Mine here. And then I'll go for Primeval Titan. This way, if they have a creativity for one, they can't kill my Primeval Titan. Because I'm gonna kill the Wrenn here with Valakut plus Mountain. This way they can't ping my Dwarf. Is it worth it? I think so. I'm gonna go Valakut plus Stomping Ground. And I'll shoot Wrenn for 6. I could have also shoot you for 6. But I think this way you can kill my Dwarf and go creativity for 1. It is relevant. Of course, they can go Prismari Command and kill the Dwarf, but then they don't get to choose another mood. They lose if they go creativity. Well, what if they go creativity, end of turn I make a token so that they can spell pierce my Scapeshift? I guess you can't spell pierce my Scapeshift. I don't know. I feel like this was good. I feel like them being on an 8 or on 14 is the same. They go creativity for 1 and I still win. They don't even have creativity, so. I like Veil of Summer for lightning bolts. And I think that's it. Oi! Un bebé. 9 months. Thank you, Roy. Welcome, welcome. Explosives for 0 isn't good against them. Well, you have Wish, right? Don't you want to wish for explosives if possible? I think so. I might bring in Alpine Moon, maybe. I think the lightning bolt isn't even that bad. Like, sometimes having it up means they can't go fetch line combo, so. You think Wish explodes too slow? Well, it's turn 3. Sure. It might not be the fastest, you're right. It might be too slow. Stomping Ground go. If they have a Fire Ice, I think I will fire off the Veil of Summer. Did I took the wrong land? They can't cast Wrenn and Six. I think they took the wrong land. Who still plays Roger and Triumph in Creativity? I've never seen this card in a long time. Okay, strike it rich. That's for speed. I like it. You gotta get. Unfortunately, no mana, fast mana ramp for me this game. Explore, Sakura, or Surge. Wow. Looks like they don't have a third land. Maybe they had Rent and just fetching the wrong land's pretty. It's pretty devastating there. Anyway, let's untap and draw. I will play Wish for explosives on 0 and pass. Yeah. Yep. That was indeed a wrong land there. Take 2, 17. Explosives obviously can kill both the goblin and the treasure. Let's see if they have Prismari command from explosives. They can even actually have creativity as well now. Wow, Sarah's Emissary. Crazy. And they named creatures. That's so weird. Creatures you named. Well, my sideboard is steerable for Wish, so I really don't have anything to do. Yeah, I just had really bad draws. Maybe I can not just claim the Fable, I think. Gonna die, beat down Sarah's Emissary, I think. I mean, I would love to draw Dryad, just any mana ramp, honestly. They just have a 7/7 flyer, dude. That clocks me in 3. So it doesn't do anything. I just need to draw mana ramp. It's over, I think. If I draw mana ramp, maybe I can still do it. And wish this thing? Nah, probably not. Valakut to kill the Sarah? I don't think so, no. Maybe Dryad. No, Dryad can do it. Dryad can do it, yes. I guess I'm on 2. They just have red pink twice. Maybe no, Dryad can't do it anymore. Vabbè, buona, vabbè. One with Sarah's Emissary, so hopefully they keep it for game 3. On the play, I keep on drawing this Veil of Summer. And this end is bad. Keep. Hello, Resist. Yeah, we went 3-2 in the Rhinos League. I beat the Karuga Elementals in the last round. What do you think of Temur Scapeshift? It's a fine deck. Yeah. I don't have strong opinions on it because basically nobody plays it, so it never has results. But I think I mean, it's a strong plan. A lot of good cards too, like you play Iteration and such. I will crack Sakura this time. I'm not doing like I did against what was it, Avatar, I think. All right, I think my opponent this time will manage to get green mana. Ay ay ay, they did it. Yeah, I'll play the Tricolor Bring to Light after this. I'll go get Forest here. Nah, let's get Mountain. This wish is probably gonna... Nah, let's get Forest. I don't want to find myself without double green. I think I want to wish for Valakut here. Or I can wish for explosives. Maybe it's good enough. Yeah. Wish for Alpine Moon? What about that? No, I think wish for explosives is better. And I have Veil of Summer up in case I want to Prismari command it. I think explosives is better because they might easily make like different tokens. So if I only stop the Dwarven Mine, I can go Fable this turn, and they can combo with that. I like it. Sakura is good here. It will let me cast Titan. Although me getting this forest means that I can't go Titan for double Valakut. Sorry, for Valakut Mountain and shoot. So that's unfortunate. I guess that's not true because I'm cracking the Sakura. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. They discard Archon and Serra. Wild. I think I would just block the Goblin Shaman with my Sakura. And grab a Mountain. Okay, so they passed here. Am I interested to crack the explosives? I think so. I think so. I am, because they can combo anyway with the Fable. And if I'm casting Titan here, I don't have mana up for the explosives. So this hand I have to jam. If they have creativity next turn and I lose, it's part of the game. I think I'm getting 2 Valakuts here. Okay. They have two bodies now, so if they have creativity, they will have 2 things. But let's see what they get. They get Sarah and Archon. They chose lands this time. Smart. I wonder if they got a tip from the chat about choosing lands. Alright, GG. Right? This one doesn't work anymore. Let's try, but... if only they chose... if only they chose creatures again. No, I can't touch you. Alright, you can see. GG. Fortunately, the punt here was huge, but it's okay. I think overall, the games are close. I think all my matches were close, I would say, yeah. Round number 5 on the play. That's a mulligan for me. Let's keep these. It's not great. Let's keep this. Yeah, I like to keep the Titan as a payoff. Man, this end is bad. Is this a tell from the deck that I should have dropped before? Maybe. This end is really bad. Major Brute, okay. It's an unexpected start. Land? Land for Mango? It's okay, I took a small break from casting spells this turn. But I will come back next turn. Casting more spells. Oh, what's my preferred card? Black Lotus. That's my favorite card. I don't know if that answered your question though. Mountain. Draw. Ooh, another one. Nice. Can go Sakura and pass with Lightning Bolt up. It's fine, Edgu. It's fine. It's a card you're asking me to sign. You choose, not me. You choose. Needle on Sakura. Needle on Sakura. I mean, sure. That would be bad. But if I play against a deck with main deck Pithing Needle, I'll take it. And a forest here. Ooh, they got Colossus Armor. I think this is like a classic 1-3 battle where both of us kept such a bad end and we're just playing with scraps. Mark their regional choice. Yeah, it's a reasonable choice. I definitely drew out of my initial stumbling. Glad I kept the Primeval Titan. Sigarda's Aid. And they have the armor in end. Block. Block. Unfortunately, they can have. Ooh, no, they can't have blacksmith skill up. Block. I'll pass priority here, since they're the one that have to. Since they're the one that have to put the armor on the gingerbread first. Yeah, I'll play bold, hoping it doesn't. Hoping they don't have blacksmith skill or another hammer. Come on, opponent, give me priority, please. Give me. Click OK. Okay, so hammer target gingerbread. Let's try and bolt it. Let's see if they have another hammer. Or a blacksmith skill. Those are the two cards that break me. Okay, they have another hammer. Well, I kill like every permanent of theirs next turn. Every single permanent. I guess no, they remain with Stoneforge Mystic. Unfortunately, there are 20 lives, so Wish for Scapeshift doesn't win. Yeah, the only way here is to wish for an engineered explosives. Now crack it now so that they can't blacksmith skill the ginger brute. I guess I don't know. I'll crack it now so that they, just kill 5 things. I shouldn't be losing this game. I'm gonna hold the. No, actually, I might get Dwarven Mine here. I'm glad I kept the Primeval Titan off my mulligan because I didn't draw another payoff. I mean, I guess I drew the wish. But... Okay, so play Titan, and I have 4 mountains right now only. It all depends on what I draw. But if I get if they had 2 mountains, I will shoot 6 plus attack 7, put you to 13. That could be good. Format Murktide. Woo! My opponent is back, ladies and gentlemen. My opponent is back. They attack me with the Pyrexian Germ. What do? I don't remember anything about the game now. I guess I have to play Primeval Titan. And I have to get 2 mountains to shoot the Stoneforge and shoot you. I think so. Is at 4. I'll get 2 Stomping Ground. No. No. And I shoot Stoneforge. And I shoot you. And attack for 1. Yes. Yes. Pass. Yeah, there's a Elish Norn now to target as well. Yeah. Alright, I'll take 5 down to 7. And then I'll untap and win the game. Dryad. Tap it all. You get 2 Valakuts. Valakut. Valakut. And that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Always yes. Always yield. GG. Actually, BG. BG, not GG. Now I have the 3 Force of Vigors. I'll remove Wrenn, Primeval Titan, and Explore. Actually, I remember Explore being bad against Esper Sentinel. I mean, Explosives won me the game from the sideboard. I don't want to side it in. I love Nitrous Claim, though. Yeah, I love Nitrous Claim, though. Okay, so the 2 decks I'll play tomorrow are, since my opponent's gonna probably take the full 3 minutes to sideboard, the I'm looking for it. The blue black deck, the blue black shadow with the ethereal foragers. Let me see if they put it on MTG Goldfish. Blasi, yeah. Ethereal foragers. And also the control deck that Juju Bean won the thing with. Will be Shadow. Allora, the list is... Okay, so I put and click the button. Oh no, they didn't, of course. They have to waste the full 3 minutes. Allora, Ethereal Forager over Murktides. Foragers. Foragers. 2 Brazen Borrowers. For Straight Rate, for Thing, for Days. For Shadow, for Brainstonks, for Ponder, 1 Preordain. Waters, no. 1 Preordain. Teacher Rack. Dress Down, not even in the sideboard. Strix, just a couple in the sideboard. Force of Negation in the sideboard. Snuff Out 3. Thoughts is 2 Fatal Push. Alright. And this should be the main deck. Okay, let's go. Game number 2. What was my experience with Gods Unchained? Very similar to Magic Arena. I'll have to play it again next week. So if you enjoyed it, stay tuned because I'll have to play it again. And in the meanwhile, you can download you can make an account with Andrea Mengucci referral code. Okay, I'll blow up these two. Do I want to pitch? I think I'll pitch Dryad. Okay, that one resolves. Yeah, Blacksmith skill can protect the saga, but whatever. They have it, they have it. Actually, it happened this league that they did it. Okay, I think I'll go for Forest Sakura. I was supposed to go to Forest, but Stomping Ground. Although obviously the damage might matter. When it doesn't have a second land, or maybe, but yeah, they might have a Colossus Armor. I'll force again. What do I want to force? Sigarda and Ornithopter? Nah, I think I'll force Sigarda and Colossus Armor. The Ornithopter can stay there, I think. I'm not gonna crack the Sakura. Eight down. Yeah, it's 4 for 4s. Both of ours are exchanging 4 cards. So it's not that devastating. If we don't, like, it's not that we went like Charlotte Sage and 2 Rhinos, you know, then I would have won the game for sure. I just have 2 Sakura-Tribe Elder. Ooh, a Rent and Forge Tender. Yeah, I think now I guess I can sacrifice those Sakura. Like, I'm not gonna attack anymore. Draw. And go. Wish for Wrenn could be good. With another land that win, I go wish for Scapeshift, so I'll wait for that. Okay. Let's see if I draw a land so that we finish this game and move to the next league. Yes. Very good. Wish. Scapeshift. D D D. Sacrifice 6 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ok. And get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zicket, zicket, zicket. Zicket, zicket. 3, 6, 9, 15, 18. Always yes. Always yield. Okay, we did the thing. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you tomorrow.